Shifting our focus now, Russia has severely mounted an offensive targeting Ukrainian cities and military infrastructure. In the latest, Russia has launched a series of missiles from Black Sea attacking Ukraine as a part of what it calls special military operations. The Russian Defense Ministry has released a video that shows caliber missile strikes from a Russian frigate located in the Black Sea. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, high-precision sea-based missiles targeted military headquarters in Dnipro, and Russian airstrikes also targeted and destroyed military airfield in Nikolaev and Chuhuiv regions. Russia says its forces destroyed launchers of Ukraine's S-300 anti-aircraft missile systems. 8 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down in 9 cities. Now, Russia, under its, again, special military operations, targeted Ukrainian aircraft, helicopters, anti-aircraft missile systems, unmanned aerial vehicles, tanks, artillery. Earlier, Russia also released footage of what it calls combat work of Russian army aviation crews destroying a column of Ukrainian armored combat vehicles and air defense units. The ministry also released footage of a missile strike by an unmanned aircraft hitting a Ukrainian armored personnel carrier, and Russia says its aircraft located the Ukrainian carrier in a densely built industrial area and destroyed it using missiles. Moving on now, Israel is on the edge after 2 Palestinian women were killed on Sunday. The latest developments come as tensions between Israelis and Palestinians escalate in the holy month of Ramzan. Here's a report.
Palestinians on Sunday carried the body of a woman shot by Israeli forces. The Palestinian Health Ministry said the woman, in her 40s, was pronounced dead at this Bethlehem hospital in the occupied West Bank. The Israeli military said the woman had run towards soldiers at a checkpoint and did not heed calls or warning shots to stop. The military said no weapon had been found on her and that the incident was being investigated. Officials said soldiers also killed a second Palestinian woman that same day after she stabbed a soldier. In the Israeli city of Kfar Saba on Sunday, mourners buried 27-year-old Eitan Magini, killed last week by a Palestinian gunman. Israeli forces have been on high alert following attacks that have killed 14 people in Israel since late March. More than 20 Palestinians, many of them armed militants, have been killed by Israeli forces since January, while Palestinians have reported a rise in violence by Israeli settlers in the West Bank. In public remarks to his cabinet on Sunday, Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett said security forces were aggressively battling what he described as a new wave of terrorism.
We will go wherever necessary at any time to cut off these acts of terror. The state of Israel has gone on the offensive.
Israel's defense forces on Sunday released footage of nighttime raids in the West Bank, showing them searching houses and taking blindfolded men into custody. The Palestinian Health Ministry said an Israeli raid on the West Bank city of Jenin left 13 wounded and 1 dead. Palestinian Islamic Jihad claimed the man killed as a member of the militant group. The raid targeted the home of a Palestinian gunman who killed Magini and 2 others in a bar on a crowded Tel Aviv street before being shot dead by security forces last week.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.